Hi, my name is Carolyn from O2BStampin.com. If you're new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and if you already follow me, welcome back. Today I want to share this cute birthday card with you. This is probably one of the most fun cards I've made in a long time. It's called a double slider card, and the reason being it's called a double slider card is when you pull the top piece out, there's a bottom piece that slides out as well, and I just have so much fun. I think that is so cool, and I can't wait to send it to my granddaughter because I think that she will get just as much fun out of it as I do. So today I'm going to show you how to how to make this, sorry. I used one of the new stamps out of our Occasions catalog called Balloon Celebrations, and I just fell in love with this the minute I saw it. I liked the way it had the little dots on the balloon for texture, and I just thought it was so cute. So this is actually one of my first choices when I placed my pre-order for the stamp sets out of the Occasions catalog. So I'm going to start with a piece of mint macaroon cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5. Then I'm going to use my scoring tool with the 8.5 piece at the top. I'm going to score at 2 3/4, 5.5, and 8 1/4. I'm going to use the 1 3/8 inch circle punch to create a half a circle in the center section. I should say in the center of the center section. I'm just going to pop that out so you have just a little half circle here. Now I'm going to use my bone folder and fold my score marks. And I'm going to put tear and tape on this 1/4 inch piece right here. You can use any heavy duty tape that you might have. Sticky strip will work well if you still have some of that. I know that we quit carrying that and started carrying the tear and tape, which I like because you can just tear it off and don't have to worry about getting out a pair of scissors. And then I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to take our word window punch, and I am going to put it so that it's just punched down a half of a punch. And I'm going to punch this on the end where the opposite the tear and tape. I'm going to do that at the top and at the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to fold this so that the first section, this section here, folds into the center, and this folds over. Now, if it bows a little bit, you can cut just a tiny piece off of this edge. I'm going to do. It actually always seems, mine do anyway. I've taught this class and everybody's doesn't bow, but mine always seems to. So I'm just going to cut that little tiny strip off just to make it fit a little bit better. Yeah, I like that. Okay, then I'm going to take a cello bag, a 6x8" cello bag, and I'm going to cut an 1.25". Now, I should do this with my paper cutter, but I don't have it here, so I'm just going to eyeball it. 1.25". Oh, actually, here I have a grid paper right in front of me. Okay. Off the top of the cello bag. And then a 1/2 inch off of one end of the cello bag. Okay. I'm going to wrap it around the piece here that has the little divots in it. Now, one thing I've noticed, so I'm going to do that first, is where this, it's going to be hard to see on the video, where this is naturally bent from the bag, it tends to want to get stuck on the top or bottom of your card when this movement is going on. So what I like to do is take my bone folder and just squeeze that out as much as I can. Just press down on it, see if we can get as much of that out as possible. And then even then, I like to put it so that that part of it is down. So this side, this top piece, is a little bit smoother. I'm going to wrap this around. Then you're going to want about a 3/4 inch piece of tear and tape. You're going to put that there on the cello bag in case you can't see that cello bag there. And then you're going to tear off the top of this and fold this piece over. Now when you do this, you want to pull it tight, but then you want to let off just a tiny bit so that your cello bag will slide. Okay. Now if you have any extra like hangover cello bag right here, you just want to trim that off. So that the motion is very smooth. So just take it around, make sure that it's working well. Actually, my cello bag's a little too wide right there, it looks like. So I'm just going to cut that down a bit. Okay, seems to work pretty good now. All right. Oh, excuse me. Okay, now we're going to set this aside for just a moment, and we're going to create the design sliders. That one's not right. There we go. So the design sliders are actually, the cardstock itself is 2.5 by 3.5, and you need 2 of them. And then the Whisper White cardstock is 2.25 by 3.25, and you need 2 of those. So we're going to decorate these. And to do that, I am using the Make-A-Wish stamp. This is from the Party Wishes stamp set, that again is one of our new stamp sets from the Occasions catalog. And then I'm also going to be using the Sentiment and the Little Stars from the Balloon Celebration. The 2 colors that I'm using are Melon Mambo and Mint Macaroon. So I'm going to do the Make-A-Wish. You want it to be about in the middle, maybe a little bit more to the top than the middle. and the mint macaroon for the 3 little stars. And I'm just putting those in the corner at the top. And put that over the side a little bit. I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to take this and the happy birthday sentiment out of the balloon celebration. And I'm going to leave enough to add my name at the bottom in case I want to sign it. I'm going to put happy birthday. And again, I'm going to add just above it in mint macaroon the 3 little stars. Now the reason I'm not going all the way up to the top is because some of that's going to be hidden in the slider. Okay. I'm not sure I'm going to need that. Alright, so I'm going to use a side, get out my snail adhesive, and add these to the Melon Mambo cardstock. Okay, then for the cover piece, this measures 2 1/4 by 3 1/2, the cardstock piece. The Whisper White measures 2 by 3 1/4. And I need this piece here. Okay, so we're going to use Memento black ink, and the outline stamp for the balloon stamp is going to be punched out because there's going to be I'm going to raise part of it up with a dimensional. So I'm going to put that at the far right, and you'll notice I'm stamping it upside down. There's a reason for that. It fits in the punch better. So I will show you how that works in just a moment. And then I'm also going to use that outline stamp for the front cover. So I'm going to go all the way up to the top and then down slightly. Let's put that over here. And it may come off the edge. That second balloon may come off the edge, and that's okay if it does. No, it didn't. Then I'm going to add the strings. Now with the strings, one of them says, "Let us celebrate," and I found that it's too long to use on this size sheet of paper. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take my black marker, and I'm just going to ink that up about 1/4 of an inch to each side of the sentiment. You always want to use the side. You guys see that all right? The side of your marker when you're doing this, so that you don't fray the end, the tip. Okay, and then I'm just going to add this. So as I'm doing this, let's see if you can see this. You'll notice that the edge there, the end of the string, is not colored. So you're going to actually stamp it so that the colored part is right below the balloon. You're going to just pretend that uncolored part isn't there. Okay. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. Okay, can you see that? And then I'm going to take the plain string. Now with photopolymer, one of the fun things about photopolymer is that it can bend. So you can have this be any shape that you want it. So I'm bending it a little bit. And then I'm just coloring enough that's going to fit on the paper. So about like that. Again, using my marker. Oops. Actually got that going the wrong way. When I turned it over, I realized that's not the direction I want it to go. I want it, oh, here we go. Got it. Okay, and then just stamp. Okay, turned out pretty good. All right, close that back up. Now I want to take the other piece of the balloon. I'm going to ink that up, one of them with Melon Mambo, and, ooh, sorry for the noise, one of them with the mint macaroon. So I'm going to go with the mint macaroon first, and I'm going to stamp that on my left side balloon, as well as the balloon I stamped on the scrap paper. Okay, then I need to wash it off and didn't bring anything in here to do that with. One moment, please. Then I'm using the Melon Mambo and stamping the other balloon. Okay. So here is the new punch that coordinates with the Balloon Celebration stamp set. And whew, I'm being noisy today, I'm so sorry. The reason why I stamped this to the far right and upside down was so that it would fit in the punch well. So you can see if I had stamped it to the left, I'd have to go like that, and then it would be wasting some paper. So I punched it here, so just keep that in mind when you're working with this punch, if you're just wanting to use one balloon. Punch that out. I'm going to put a dimensional on the back. Actually, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to put a dimensional on the back, but I'm not going to attach it yet. The reason for that is it's just easier to do that once you have the card assembled. Okay, but I am going to find my adhesive right in front of me and attach the design piece to the front. Okay, so that's going to go on the cover of the card. Okay, so now you have these three pieces, and plus you have this, which is eventually going to go on top of there. Okay, so we're going to just set these aside for the moment. We're going to bring this back. We're going to fold it up like it's going to be used. Oh, what is that? There we go. I've got a little trim job to do here. There we go. Okay. Again, just make sure that this slides well. Okay. So now what you're going to do is fold it so that your cutout here is in front, and you will notice when you look through this direction that there are two sort of pockets. So when you open this, your Make-A-Wish is going to go in the front pocket, and the Happy Birthday is going to go in the back pocket. Okay, so when you open it up, you will see they're going to be glued like so. All right. Okay, so you need the tape and tear again. you're going to put a little piece of tape and tear on the cello bag. The way I like to do it, and I've seen videos done differently, but the way I like to do it is I like to position this piece right where I want it to be when the card is open, okay? And then I put my tape right here on the back. I said on the cello bag, but I lied. Put it right there on the back, tear that piece off, and you're going to put that right between the score line and the edge of your card, and where you want it to be when the card is open. So you want that Make-A-Wish to be above the top of your card. Then you would place it right there. Okay, so just to give you an idea what that's going to look like so. Okay, then I want this piece, which is going to be down here like this. I'm going to fold this over. This is going to go on the back side, and I'm going to take my tearing tape and I'm going to put this one at the top. The other one was at the bottom, if you noticed. I'm going to take my, actually I think I can get this off with my finger. Yep. And I want this to go at the bottom so that I can see where I want it. I'm going to kind of close this up, place it where I want it, and close it. Okay. So now close that up and press it together, make sure that it's going to work well. Where are these pieces of cello bag coming from? I keep finding great pieces of cello bag somehow. Okay. Okay, so you pull it up here. It'll work a little better when I get the string on it, but when you pull it up here, then it'll pop out at the bottom. It's a little too far. So let me adjust that just a bit. I want that to come down just a bit. Okay, let's try that one again. There we go, that's better. Not sure what's causing my cello bag to keep ripping. Okay, not sure what's going on there. Alright, but that is the basic movement of the card. Get that in there, close it again, make sure it's working like that. I like the placement, so I'm going to go with that. Okay, so then the next thing I want to do is take the tear and tape off the edge here. And I want to close this up. Now there is a bit of a trick to this. So when you get ready to close it up, you see this pink piece here. You don't want to attach your sticky strip to that pink piece. You want it to fold over the pink piece and then just attach to the mint macaroon. Okay, so it looks like so. All right, then I'm going to decorate the front, and what I'm going to do is take a piece of Designer Series paper. This is out of our new pack, Designer Series pack that comes with 48 pieces of coordinating paper. It's lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm going to wrap this, actually I'm going to push these back in for now. And I'm going to wrap this around I'm wrapping it tight. Okay. Alright, I'm going to add some tear and tape to that one side. Right along the edge. And then I'm also going to add some adhesive on all of the rest of this. I don't want this outside piece to slip or slide at all. So put that there, wrap that tight, and then pull this tear and tape piece off. That seems a little bit. If you have a hard time with this, use your paper snips. There we go. And then again, remember you want this nice and tight. Okay. Last but not least, we're going to put this piece on it. You can do this with dimensionals. And we're almost done, and then the fun begins. Alright, take those off and add that to the front. Take your loose balloon, take the dimensionals off the back of that. Add it right over the top of that one. I'll zoom in here a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to use my 1/16 inch hole punch. I'm going to put a little mark right there, right in the center. Actually, I think I need the bigger hole punch, don't I? I'll just use this one a few times. Actually, what I should have done was got the quarter inch piece. Sorry about that, but we're making do with this. There we go. Make it a little bit wider. Perfect. Okay, then you're going to use our brand new baker's twine that I am absolutely in love with. So it's got the mint macaroon in black and the melon mambo and the black. One of the things that I love about Stampin' Up is how they coordinate everything to match for me. I don't even have to think about it. And I'm going to place that, just going to string that right through the hole and tie a bow. And of course you can trim off the pieces of the baker's twine to make them a little bit neater. But there would be your card. Already. Pull that out. Whee! I love it. Don't you love it? I just think it is the coolest card. It's so fun to play with. Double slider card. Hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, I hope you would subscribe to my channel by clicking the red subscribe button below, and to join me on my blog for more ideas and inspiration. And I love to hear from my customers, so feel free to leave me a comment or a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you'll be back again soon. Have a great day.